The alien council chamber was filled with laughter. 200 years, one commander said, smiling. 200 years, and Earth has said nothing. No signals, no chips, no life, another added. A dead world. Above them, a giant screen showed Earth, blue, calm, silent. Then a fleet commander spoke. Shall we take it? More laughter. Yes, the council agreed. Take it. Far away, engines ignited. A massive alien fleet moved toward Earth, weapons charged, targets locked. Then, every star in the sky blinked once, and suddenly, everything went dark. The galaxy that forgot humans long ago. Humans were known across the galaxy. They were emotional, loud, unpredictable. They fought hard, but they were not the strongest. Many alien races believed humans would destroy themselves one day, and then they vanished. In O word, in O final message, in O warning, just silence. Years passed, then decades, then centuries. Soon, the galaxy stopped caring. Earth became a story to joke. Humans, young aliens would laugh. It disappeared without a fight. 2. The decision to invade in the present. A powerful alien alliance gathered. They had one goal: expand. Planets were running out. Resources were limited. Then someone mentioned Earth, a perfect world. One leader said, oceans, air, rich soil. But it's empty, another replied. Even better, an O defense. No resistance to an easy victory. The decision was made quickly that a massive fleet would go. Not for war, but for collection. 3. The approach to Earth. The fleet was enormous. Hundreds of ships moved together in perfect formation. Their engines burned bright across the darkness. As they entered the solar system, scans began. Moon is clear. Mars is empty. No activity detected. Everything matched the old reports. Then Earth appeared, blue. Beautiful. Peaceful. Too peaceful. Begin full scan, the commander ordered. Seconds passed. Then the result came. No signals detected. The bridge went quiet for a moment. Then someone laughed. Of course not. It's dead. 4. Something feels wrong. As the fleet moved closer, small details began to appear. Clouds moved naturally. Oceans shifted with the wind. Even the cities, they were still standing. Perfect, not broken, not destroyed. Strange, one officer said. If no one is here, why is everything still intact? No answer came. The commander ignored it. Prepare landing teams. 5. First step on Earth. Dropships entered the atmosphere. Fire burned around them as they fell toward the surface. They landed in what was once a major human city. The doors opened. Alien soldiers stepped out. They looked around. Silence. Buildings stood tall. Windows clean. Streets emptied. And dust. And to damage. And signs of time to IT. Was like the humans had just left. Spread out. The leader ordered. The soldiers moved carefully. Every step echoed. 6. The perfect ghost city. Inside the buildings, everything was still there. Chairs, tables, screens, even personal items. A cup on a desk, a book left open, clothes hanging in place. Nothing was disturbed. IT felt wrong. Where did they go? One soldier whispered, and one answered, because no one knew. 7. The first sign in a large metal structure. One soldier stopped. There was something on the wall, scratched into the surface. Not random marks. Words. Old human language. He called the others. What does it say? Someone asked. The translation system activated. And then the words appeared clearly. We chose silence. The room went cold. 8. The moment everything changed above the planet. The fleet continued its operation. Ships scanned. Systems ran. Everything normal. Until a signal appeared. Not from space, from Earth. Unknown transmission detected, an officer said. Source? Planet's surface. Before the commander could speak, the signal spread. Fast, too fast, across every ship, across every system. Then power failed. Lights went out, screens died, engines shut down, weapons went offline, everything gone. 9. Darkness in space. The massive fleet froze in orbit. Ships drifted without control. Inside, panic began. Restore power. Restart systems. Nothing is responding. Even emergency systems failed. Silence filled the ships. The same silence Earth had shown for 200 years. 10. The awakening on the surface of Earth, deep under the ground. Something turned on. Systems that had been sleeping for centuries. Machines began to move. Energy flowed again, but not for the aliens, for something else. Something hidden. Something waiting. Back in the empty city, the alien soldiers looked up. The sky was dark now, and ships moving, and lights above. Only silence. Then, the ground beneath them trembled. Very slightly. But enough. One soldier whispered, "We were wrong." 1. The ground begins to move. The alien soldiers stood frozen. The city was still empty. But now, the ground beneath their feet started to shake. Slow at first, then stronger. Dust fell from buildings. Glass trembled. "Report," the squad leader shouted, and no answer came. Their comms were dead. Above them, the sky was black, the fleet silent, gone. 2. Something under the earth. A deep sound rose from below. Not an explosion, not a collapse, something controlled, something waking up. The streets began to crack open. Lines spread across the ground like veins. Blue light shone from the cracks. 1 soldier stepped back. This planet is not dead. 3. The hidden truth deep under the surface, far below any scanner range. Human systems came online. For 200 years, they had slept, watching, listening, waiting. Humanity had never disappeared. They had gone quiet on purpose. They had seen the galaxy growing, expanding, taking worlds without thinking. Humans made a choice. Do not fight. Do not show strength. Disappear and prepare. 4. The silence was the weapon. The galaxy believed silence meant weakness. They were wrong. Silence gave humans time. Time to build. Time to study alien technology. Time to create something new. Something no one expected. A weapon that did not destroy ships, but turned them off. Every system, every circuit, every signal. Gone in a second. 5. The fleet without power in orbit. The alien fleet drifted like broken metal. Commanders tried everything. Manual control. Backup systems. Emergency power. Nothing worked. 1 officer whispered, "We are blind." Another replied, "No, we are trapped." 6. The rise of humanity back on Earth. The ground split open fully. From beneath the oceans, from under mountains, from deep hidden chambers, they rose. Human ships, dark, silent, massive. They had no lights and no noise. They appeared like shadows against the sky. The same fleet the galaxy believed was gone forever. 7. The first signal in 200 years. Suddenly, every alien screen turned on. Every ship, every device, even without power. A single message appeared. A human face, calm, still, watching. Then a voice spoke. "We see you." Silence filled every alien ship. "You came for our world," the voice continued. "You believed we were gone." A pause. "We were not gone." 8. The truth revealed. Images flashed across the screens. Humans building deep underground. Massive machines forming in darkness. Weapons tested in secret. Alien technology taken, improved, mastered. For 200 years, the voice said, "We watched the galaxy. We learned. We waited." 9. The rule of humanity. The human voice became colder, stronger. "You take worlds. You destroy what you do not understand." Another pause. "That ends now." The message changed. 2 simple options appeared on every screen. The meaning was clear. Leave Earth and live. Or stay and never leave again. 10. Fear spreads. For the first time in generations, the alien commanders felt fear. Not of war, but of something worse, control. They had no weapons, and no power, and no escape. And the enemy had not even attacked. 11. The decision. Minutes passed, and one spoke. Finally, one commander gave the order, "We leave." Emergency systems flickered back online, just enough to move. Slowly, the fleet began to retreat, and shots fired, and battle fought. But the result was clear. They had lost. 12. The final message. As the fleet turned away, The human voice spoke one last time. Remember this. Silence is not weakness. It is patience. And patience, a pause, wins. 13. The dark Earth, the alien fleet disappeared into deep space, far away from Earth, far away from humans. Back on the planet, the great ships slowly returned underground. The cracks in the Il-Ard closed. Cities became still again. Lights stayed off. And signals returned. From space, Earth looked the same as before, silent, empty, dead. 14. The truth, but now the galaxy knew. Earth was not empty, that IT was watching, waiting, and if anyone returned, the darkness would come again. Final scene, the camera pulls back, far beyond the solar system. Stars shine quietly. Then, for a brief second, they flickered, if something unseen is still there, watching.